All right, guys. So this is intermediate level English file, grammar section. So in this video, I'm going to explain grammar 1B. When you look at it, this 1B grammar looks a little bit scary, but I'll try to make it as easy as possible to understand. So to do that, obviously, we're going to read the topic. Topic is, as you can see here, future forms. Future forms. It means what kind of grammatic instruments we can use for future forms. So the first one, as you can see, present continuous. Yes, surprisingly, present continuous, and be going to, and will and won't. Okay, so this grammar talks about three things: present continuous, be going to, and will and won't, how to use in future forms. Okay, so because it is as you can see, like there are three topics, subtopics. Now we can divide this whole explanation into three parts. This is the first part, as you can see. That is the first part, and that is about be going to and infinitive. Yeah. Now the second part is present continuous. How to use present continuous for future situations. And then the last one, as you can see, will, shall plus infinitive, in which cases we can use this grammatic instrument. Right. Now, so we're going to start. So we're going to start with the first one. Okay. So the first one, be going to plus infinitive. And so as you can see, this it's quite organized. Okay, the explanation is quite organized, really, because this part, which I'm going to show you now, this one in white area, this is examples, and this area is explanation. Okay, so the first one I'm going to start with be going to plus infinitive. We use it in two ways. This is the first one, and that is the second one. So future plans and intentions, and number two is predictions. Now, this is the first point. This is number one, and this is the number two. Now, the first point says we use be going to, and not will and won't. So we use be going to when we have already decided to do something. When we have already decided to do something. And now here, future plans and intentions. So usually I explain to my students is something that is in your mind. Something that is in your mind. So you have not arranged it with other people. You have not talked to other people. So my sister is going to adopt a child. My sister is going to adopt a child. That means my sister has decided to adopt a child. So from this sentence, can I understand that my sister, she has gone to the orphanage house to take the child or not? No, we don't know. Most probably not, because it is only in her mind. She has decided, but she has not arranged it. She has not organized this. So she's thinking to do it. Okay, is going to adopt a child. Are you going to buy a new car or second-hand one? Are you going to buy a new car or second-hand one? So this is a question format. I'm asking like, have you decided? What is your decision? Are you going to buy? So you're going to buy a new car or second-hand one? And this is a negative. I am not going to go home for the holidays. It's too far. I'm not. So like this is a negative future plan. All right, so future plan or intention. So intention, it means something that in your heart or in your mind to do, but you have not started anything serious steps towards it. Okay, So prediction, number two, prediction. Prediction is something that you predict in future. Predict. Try to say that something is going to happen in future. So when we say prediction, this is with evidence. Prediction with evidence, guys. With evidence. That means you have got a proof. Yeah, we can also say proof. So when you've got proof and based it on that evidence or proof, you are trying to predict. To predict, it means that you know in advance something is going to happen. So here we also use be going to make a prediction about the future. Prediction about the future. In Arabic, most of my students are Arabic students, so in Arabic it means tanabbu, or in Turkish it means tahmin. So when you want to predict in future and you have got evidence or proof for that, we use be going to. Like Barcelona are going to win. Barcelona are going to win. Why? They are playing really well. So I have got the evidence for that. What is the evidence? Because they are playing really well. So based on this evidence, I am predicting, I am thinking that they are going to win. Another example here, look at those black clouds. This is my evidence. Look at those black clouds. I think it is going to rain. So it is going to rain. That is my prediction. And I am using be going to. Why? Because when I say that, I have got the evidence that because of the black clouds, I'm thinking that it's going to rain in the future. So we use for prediction about the future, especially when we have some evidence. Okay, so this is the explanation for be going to. So we're going to use in two ways to talk about the future plans and intentions and predictions with evidence. Now I'm going to move to present continuous. How we can use present continuous? I'm going to make a little bit bigger now. Yes, as you can see here, present continuous. We use present continuous for future when you know, we have arranged it or organized it about future plans. Yeah, we often use the present continuous for future arrangements. So future arrangement, that is important. Future arrangement. So what is arrangement? Arrangement is something that you have arranged with someone to do something in the future. You have arranged something, or you have arranged to do something with someone, or with you know, a company or some companies to do something in future. We can also say organize. You have organized something to do in the future, already, you know, decided. Other people know about this plan. Yes. For example, you want to play football, so you call the, you know, the place where the pitch, we call it. Yeah. So you call the owner of the pitch, and then you have paid. You have deposit. You know, you made a deposit to rent a place. So you rent it for 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then you've talked to your friends, and your friends, they all have agreed to meet at 5 o'clock tomorrow. That you have arranged that. And now when you want to talk about this arranged plan in future, we use present continuous. And present continuous, obviously, here am, is, are, and then verb ing. And instead of saying be, it's better to say am is are. Am is are, and then verb ing. Lorna and Jamie are getting married in October. So October is, it hasn't come yet. It hasn't come yet. So we talk about the future, but we are saying they are getting married. So are getting married, it means everything has been arranged. The parents know, friends know, the date. We know the date, for example. We know the place. So they have decided already. Everything has been organized and arranged. So that's going to happen for sure. It's not a plan in your mind only. It's not a plan in your mind only. If it's a plan in your mind, then it's going to be you have to be going to, like Lorna and Jamie are going to get married, are going to get married in October. But this is just a plan in your mind. But when we say Lorna and Jamie are getting married in October, this is something has been arranged. Second point, there is very little difference between the present continuous and be going to for future plans. I'm talking about this one. There is very little difference between present continuous and be going to for the future plans arrangements, and often you can use either. In speaking, it doesn't really matter. You can say Lorna and Jamie are getting married, or Lorna and Jamie are going to get married. That's fine. Yeah. But when it comes to academic writing, then we have to be careful, because if the future is arranged, so we're talking about arranged plan, then we must use present continuous, guys. Now, so be going to, we use be going to it shows that you have made the decision. We are going to get married. But when we say present continuous emphasize that you have made the arrangements. You have after decision, you should take some steps. You have to book a place for the wedding venue, right? You have to make invitations. You have to call people, invite people. You have to buy some stuff for the wedding. So it's all arrangements. So after these arrangements, and then if you have known the date of the wedding, then we say we are getting married on the 12th of October. Okay, so this is, we use present continuous for future plans for more specific dates and times. Yeah, we have booked the church, arrangement. This is arrangement, guys. So we are meeting at 10 tomorrow in Richard's office. Time and place is clear. You have arranged the time and the place. So that is, we are meeting. We're going to use present continuous for that. All right. Now, the third point, we often use present continuous with verbs relating to travel arrangements. We often use the present continuous with verbs relating to travel. Usually, go, come, arrive, leave, etc. Personally, I would not take this as very important information. It's not that important. As long as you know that present continuous we use to talk about arranged future plans. This is more important. Yeah, future arrangements, future arranged plan. As long as you understand this idea, then you should be all right when it comes to using the present continuous. Okay, so he is arriving tomorrow and leaving on Thursday. So when we read he is arriving tomorrow and leaving on Thursday, so we can understand that maybe if he's coming by train, he has got the return ticket and he knows the date and time, you see, or maybe he's coming by plane, we know the ticket, he has got the ticket, everything is arranged. It's not just a plan in your mind. Again, if it's just a plan in your mind, then you have to use be going to structure. Okay, guys? Jane is leaving on Friday and coming back next Tuesday. That means she has got the ticket, return ticket. That's how I can understand. Because that is arranged. Is leaving and is coming back. This is arranged plan. Right. Now the second subtopic is also has been done. Present continuous. Right. Now, will, shall, and infinitive. How can we use this grammar structure in future? Will, shall, infinitive. Now, as you can see here, we have got the information, examples, and explanations. Right. Now, first of all, shall. In nowadays grammar, we use shall for question format, right? Like shall I, and then you do whatever you say, and then we're gonna put question, shall I, and obviously after shall I, we must use infinitive form of the verb. Shall I go? Shall I open? Shall I eat? Shall I take you? Something like that. And also we use shall we, right? Plus infinitive. Okay. So this is the most common way of using shall nowadays. We can also use shall in positive sentences, but in different meanings. So we're going to talk about this in our later videos, but it's not the right time or right topic to talk about that. I don't want to confuse you. So shall I plus infinitive and shall we plus infinitive. This is the most common, or I would say this is the only way that we use, and this is for offering something. Offer. When I offer something for the for future, I will say shall. Okay, now this is the first thing that we should know. Now let's get back to the book. So number one, we use will and won't for instant decision. Instant decision. Instant, it means quick decisions. So this is the first thing that we use will and will not. So when I make quick decision for the future without plan, okay, that is, we're going to use will and will not, or I mean won't, we say won't. Also promises, when I want to make promise, obviously promise, it happens for the future, so we use will or will not. And we use offers as well. When I want to offer something for the future, I use will or will not. And as I said, when in question format, we say shall I and shall we. Okay. Now, the first one, I'll have the steak. That is instant decision. I'll have the steak. Quick decision. Like usually it happens when you go to a restaurant. I mean, usually when you go to a restaurant, we don't know what is in the menu, right? We can only predict, but we don't know exactly what is on the menu. So when you look at the menu and then the waiter is coming, like what we'd like to order, then you say, I will order, I would like to have something. I will have the steak. Okay, so you are making without any plan. Promise, I won't tell anybody where you are. Promise. Or I will pay you back the money after 2 weeks. That is promise. Now, offering, I'll carry that bag for you. I'll carry that bag for you. You know, I'm offering. I'm like, I would like to offer help, right? Then another thing is predictions. Actually, we should talk about predictions. We can also use will and won't for predictions. Well, hang on. We said predictions with be going to, right? When we talked about be going to, we said we can also use be going to plus infinitive. Infinitive. We use it for predictions. Okay, so this is a little bit different, slight difference between be going to plus infinitive and will or won't. Plus infinitive when it comes to prediction. So we use be going to plus infinitive, predictions, as I said earlier, predictions with evidence. Okay, like I can see black clouds in the sky, it is going to rain. You see? And will and won't plus infinitive, predictions without evidence. Just an opinion. Just an opinion, right? I think this will happen. Usually We say, I think you will pass. I think you will be all right. We use a lot, I think, and then I will, or I think you will. Usually we use in this sense. Will plus infinitive, or won't plus infinitive. When we use I think, we use a lot with I think. Predictions without evidence. Okay, so I don't want you to get confused. Yes, we use will and won't plus infinitive for predictions, and be going to plus infinitive for the predictions, but with slight difference. And what is that difference? Be going to plus infinitive, when we talk about predictions, with evidence. You have got the evidence. You can see something. You can see something. You have got the proof. And then according to that proof, you are making the prediction. So it has to be going to. But will and won't is just your opinion. You think something will happen. Predictions without evidence, guys. So when you look at it here, we can also use will and won't for predictions. Example, I think Barcelona will win. To talk about the future facts. Example, yeah, this is another way of using it. Future fact, the election will be on the 1st March. Okay, and there are 2 points actually they're saying. For prediction, this is the first thing, and for future facts as well. For example, the next year, Christmas will happen on Monday or on Wednesday, so according to the calendar, something that we cannot change. So I'm talking about future fact, we use will plus infinitive. Next year, my birthday will be on Thursday or on Friday, because like I open the calendar and I will check, and according to the calendar, I am talking about the future fact. The election will be on 1st March. This is future fact, guys. All right, so we use will plus infinitive, or will not plus infinitive, for instant decisions, promises, offer, prediction without evidence. So let me just write without evidence. Without. Okay, without evidence. And finally, we use for to talk about future fact, guys. So the last point, number 2, we use shall with I and we, as I showed earlier, with I and we for offers and suggestions as well. Shall we go out? Shall we do this? Shall I do this? When they are questions. When they are questions, like shall I help you, offering, and shall we eat out tonight, that is suggestion. Then when we say shall we, we're not offering, we're just suggesting something, because offer, it means you want to help something. You, shall I, you are offering something. When I say shall we, then that is going to be suggestion. Okay, so I hope that's clear now. So when you after watching this video in our session, when we do the, when we have sessions, we will discuss the examples here. Okay, I'm just doing this. Obviously, I'm doing this for every student in the world, and also plus, I'm doing this as a help for my online sessions, to save time for the students, because I want to talk more, I want to discuss more. We would like to learn more vocabularies. So grammar is something that we can do it here. Like you can watch and you can pause, you can stop, you can watch it again 5 times, 6 times. And then if you got anything that you don't understand still, then in the session we can discuss together. Okay, guys. So quick recap again. So in this topic, we learned 3 subtopics, like how to use be going to. Yes, this is the one. And as I said, we can use in 2 ways here. Future plans and intentions. That's like, it's a plan in your mind. It's intention that you have got in your heart, something you want to do. Yes, you have decided. Yes, you have decided. You want to do it. You are thinking about doing it. But have you taken steps towards it? No, not yet. You have not talked to other people. You have not paid something. You have not arranged it. You have not organized it. It is just a plan in your mind or in your heart you're intending to do. Okay. Second, we can use predictions with evidence. When we talk about predictions, I'm trying to predict about something in future, and I have got evidence and proof for that. That's when we use be going to. Like I can say like, oh, I can see black clouds in the sky. It's going to rain. My son is studying day and night, so he is going to pass the exam. Oh, look at this, Barcelona playing really, really well. So definitely they're going to win. You got it? So this is the first thing. Second, how to use present continuous. How to use present continuous for future. As I said, first of all, we should understand what present continuous structure-wise is. M is R after subject, like I, you, he, she, we, they. We're going to use M is R, I am, or he is, or you are, and then verb ing. Okay. So when we talk about future arrangements, it means you have organized something already to do something in the future. You have talked to people, you have met people, they have agreed, you paid money, and you did something else, and then everything is arranged and organized to happen in the future. When you talk about that thing, then you have to use present continuous. Like we are getting married, or I am meeting my friends tomorrow at 5 o'clock in cafe. Yeah. I am flying to London on Tuesday. I am flying to London on Tuesday. It means I have bought the ticket. I have reserved the, what do you call this, the hotel in London. And I have told my friends in London. So someone's going to wait for me and pick me up from the airport. This is all arranged, all organized. This is, we use present continuous. Now, the third point is how to use will or shall for the future. As we have discussed, we use for instant decisions, like quick decisions without any plan. You are saying something about the future, you're going to use will or will not. As I said, you don't need to, like, usually English people don't say will not, they say I won't, right? The contraction form. They use it for promise. So when you want to make promise in future, you must use will or will not. I promise I will not smoke again. I promise I will pay you back the money after 2 weeks. I won't tell anybody. I promise you. And when you want to make offer, I'll carry you. I'll carry for you if you want. And then prediction without evidence. It's just your opinion. You just feel like something is going to happen. You feel it. It's just your opinion. You don't have prediction at all. So when you want to do that, you need to use will. You will love New York. I think he will pass the exam. This is how I feel it. Okay. And then future fact. We need to use for future fact also, we use will. Will plus infinitive. Next year, Christmas Day will be on Thursday. And this is fact. It will not change because we have got the calendar. When you open the calendar, you can make you can talk about future fact after 10 years, what's going to happen according to the calendar, right? And then the last point is how to use shall. So as I said earlier, most commonly and almost all the time, we use shall for question format with shall I and shall we. Only I and we, guys. Shall I and shall we. Shall I is for offer. Shall we is for suggestion. Okay, and that's it. That's it. So if you have got more questions, we can discuss in the session, or for other students, you can leave a comment and I'll try to answer your questions if you got any. So now what I'm going to do is quickly, I'm going to explain one exercise from each part. As you can see, we've got A and B. So circle the correct form. Circle the correct form. Tick this one, tick the sentence if both are possible. Sometimes we can say both are possible. Okay, so this exam will be, so we've got here two options, right? We've got will be and we've got is being. There are two options. So which one is correct? The exam will be on the last Friday of the term, or the exam is being. So is being here present continuous. Present continuous. The exam is being on the last Friday of term. No, this is future fact. We are talking about future fact. When we talk about future fact, we must use will. So we're going to go like that. Another way of explaining be is state verb. Yeah, it's not action verb. We can't use present continuous with state verbs, guys. Only for action verbs. And number one, will, shall is a question format. And because it's a question format, we're going to use shall we. Shall we invite your parents for Sunday lunch? And obviously that is suggestion. When we talk about suggestion, we're going to use shall we. All right. Now B, we're going to talk about B part. The rest of it we're going to discuss in the session, guys. B part, complete B's response with a correct future form. Complete B's responses with a correct future form. Okay, so A, it's a dialogue, obviously. What's your mother going to do about her car? So what's your mother's plan? So the question is coming, is going to do. So we need to answer in the same format. She's going to buy a second-hand one. Right, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. Please stay in touch. So I promise. So when we say promise, we use will. So I can say I will. Or, you know, English people, they like using contractions. So we say I'll phone. I'll phone every day. Okay. And then, as I said, the rest of it we're going to discuss in our session when we have the online session. All right. So that's enough. And we're going to continue with the rest of the grammars in the next videos. Thank you. Bye now.